Hey y'all, Chelsea here. As you guys know, it is Life Insurance Awareness Month, and I am trying to show what you need to look for whenever looking at a life insurance policy. I know many of you have it through work. Make sure that you know exactly what you have and how long it'll cover you, and find out if you can take it with you whenever you leave your place of employment. Some other things that I want to point out is sometimes we get things in the mail and we'll sign up for them and not really know what it is. So I wanted to walk kind of through that because I got one today in the mail. I am a AAA member, for roadside assistance, and they sent me this in the mail and said that my cards are enclosed. And it says auto on here, so I'm like, auto, what is this? I open it and it is information on direct term life insurance. Okay? Now, I don't know if you guys know the different types of life insurance, but there's three primary ones. You've got your term life, your whole life, and your universal life. Term insurance is just that, term, and it's going to terminate. And it usually will terminate within a time frame that you choose or by the time you turn age 80. What they also don't tell you is that depending on which type of term insurance you're in, your insurance will increase premium-wise every 5 years. Now, if your income isn't changing every 5 years, I know that your life insurance premium shouldn't change every 5 years. So saving as much money as you can and having coverage for as long as you can is very important. Now, I know many of you have heard buy term, invest the rest. You just want to make sure that what you're getting is exactly what you need. Okay, everybody's situation is different. Just because you hear it on the radio or on TV or see it on the internet, it doesn't mean that that is the best situation for you. So what I wanted to do today is go over some of the things that you should look for. Definitely talk to a licensed agent, but if you get something in the mail, don't hesitate to ask questions. Or if you see certain things, don't be afraid to look at it or call the company, and definitely know what to ask. Now, with this insurance that was advertised to me today, I noticed that there are no health exams, no medical tests. You just have to answer a few questions, and it tells me right here on a different sheet, this is the application, okay? Now, this is an application for the state of South Carolina, and it looks like I can send in a payment method. Credit card, I can be directly billed. They're going to charge me extra if I want them to send me the bill in the mail. And then, I have to attach a voided check if I want them to take it out of my bank account. Now, some things that you have to take into consideration: if you put it on your credit card, then if you change your card, or if you have to get a new one, if you lose it, don't forget to update all of your information, because you don't want your life insurance to cancel. What I also noticed is that even though the rates are extremely cheap, and they include the rates on the back of one of these sheets, it tells me here that it's renewable to age 80, which is great. I think I'll live a lot longer than age 80, so I want to make sure that that is something that I need. But it tells me that I'm in a group plan. But I thought this was my insurance. Well, you're within the group, and they're going to issue a certificate, and it's going to be different than the policy. Okay? So that's something that you have to take into consideration. What is the difference between a certificate and a policy? Definitely ask those questions. Now, where it says right here, as far as premiums, it says right here, we will increase rates. Your rates change when you enter the next age band. I don't want my rate to change. Let's get them on the phone. Hopefully they'll let me record this. I just want to make sure that, the questions that I do have are exactly what I think. Okay? Hopefully they won't make me hold too long. Let's see. I'm going to put it on speakerphone.
Thank you for calling AAA Life Insurance Company. Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality and training purposes.
Are you recording me?
AAA Life values your opinion. Shortly after speaking with one of our representatives, you may receive a call back asking you to complete a survey. Please take a moment to share your thoughts with us. We're calling AAA Life Insurance. This is Tanel. How may I assist you today?
Hi, what was your name?
My name is Tanel.
Tanel, how are you doing?
I'm good. How may I help you?
Hey, I'm doing well. My name is Chelsea, and I received in the mail today, and by the way, I have you recorded just because I might have to use this for future reference because I might not remember the answers to your questions. I got some information in the mail today about the group life insurance. Is that owned by AAA?
Exactly.
Okay, what does that mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah, I mean, can you guys change my rates?
Your rates can increase every 5 years.
Oh, the rates do increase every 5 years. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure because you guys sent me the cards and then sent me the application. And I guess as long as I answer no to all of these questions, then I am approved.
No, it has to go through underwriting, and they will make the final decision if you're going to be approved or not.
Okay, so you guys still pull my medical records and everything?
We run it through what's called our medical information bureau, and they're checking what type of prescriptions that you use, so on and so forth, to go ahead and see if we can approve you or not.
Okay. Now, if I do answer yes to any of these questions, does that hinder my coverage ability or my approval? Or
that's something that definitely has to be determined by the underwriters. Once the application does get in, we can't say yes or no if it hinder you or not. Only thing we can say is make sure that you answer all the questions. Don't leave one blank or anything like that, because they'll send it back to you and state, hey, we need an answer. So yes, just answer it to the best of your knowledge.
Oh, okay. Now, I've seen some stuff on TV where as long as you pay the first premium, you have day one coverage. Is there a 2-year waiting period? I guess they call them graded policies or guaranteed issue policies.
That's a different type of policy. That's not what you have in front of you. That particular policy that you're talking about with the 2-year waiting period, that has to do with whole life insurance. You have an application for term insurance, so that's different. Term insurance, you're covered once the underwriter makes the approval. You're covered on that day. Term insurance doesn't have a 2-year waiting list.
Okay, cool. So as soon as I pay the first premium, then I have coverage.
No, so if the underwriter approves the application, then you have coverage.
Okay, and I submit a payment with the application?
No, you can submit the application with no payment. The underwriter can approve it, send you out a policy. You can look over a policy. You have 31 days to look that over, and then we will bill you.
Okay, so I am 20. Do I do it age that I'm about to be?
Exactly.
The age that I'm about to be, or the age that I am now?
The age that you are right now.
I'm young. Okay, I am 28. I'm looking at the back of this sheet to try to find my...
So you're between the ages of 18 and 34.
In between the ages of 18 and 34, and if I want a $300,000 policy for a female non-smoker, it's $22.56.
For a AAA member, that is correct.
Okay, and then, but it'll go up whenever I turn 35, correct?
Every time your age is divisible by 5, it will increase. So at the age of 35, 40, 45, 50, and so on.
Dang. Okay. Now, it said that I can convert it to permanent insurance. Is that correct?
Yes, prior to you reaching your 65th birthday, any time between, from the time you get this policy until before your 65th birthday, you can convert it to a whole life insurance policy that's handled by a different area. They send you out a letter stating if you want to convert it. If you do, give us a call and we can definitely transfer you to them. Okay,
now I have a question. Because permanent insurance, whole life insurance, that's what you want, right? I mean, you want something that's going to be there when you die, not if you die, correct?
That's up to the individual. Some people want term, some people want a whole life insurance. It's just up to the individual.
Okay. On convertibility, will it be based on the age? Like, if I do it whenever I'm 64, will the convertibility still match the amount of coverage that I have now, like the $300,000?
That's being handled in a different department, so I can't answer that question. They will have to answer that once you take out the policy and if you want to convert it. That's handled in a different area, so I don't have the answer to that question.
So you can't tell me what would happen if I wanted to convert it?
No, because the letter doesn't come from our area. We don't deal with the conversion here.
Okay, can I talk to someone before I take out the term policy to decide if this is something that I would want to do?
You will have to go ahead and talk to them about the conversion after afterwards. They don't take any calls if you're don't have the policy in itself.
Well, that stinks. Okay. All right. Well, then I guess you've answered all of my questions.
Not a problem. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. We are open till 9 o'clock.
Oh,
Central
I
Standard
do.
Time.
I have one more question. I'm sorry. If I ever canceled my AAA membership, would I get to keep my life insurance?
You sure will. You can cancel your membership at any time, and you'll still have this insurance. That is affected in no way. It's just required to get the policy. But if, let's say that you got the policy today, the next day you wanted to cancel your membership, you go right ahead. You'll still have this policy.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. You have answered all of my questions, and I appreciate it.
Not a problem. You have a great rest of your day.
Perfect. Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so some cool things there. This is term insurance. It will expire when I turn age 80. I do have the ability to convert it to a permanent policy, but they wouldn't let me talk to the department until after I bought the policy, which kind of stinks. This is probably not something that I need. You know, if I'm going to get a term policy, I want to make sure that that rate is locked in and I own the policy. I don't want somebody else owning the policy and making the changes whenever they feel like it. I want to make sure that I have ownership of the policy. You know, term insurance is good for somebody that's my age, but there are different types of term insurance. So again, I recommend you talk to a licensed agent, but for somebody my age who may have a mortgage or a young family, student loans, you know, if you look at, I like to say DIME, debt, income, mortgage, and education. So those are the reasons that I would buy term insurance. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you've got something that you have for life, because you are never guaranteed your health tomorrow, and you want to make sure that you don't leave behind a financial burden for your friends and family. You don't want them having to pass a hat around, asking for help. You want to make sure that when you die with dignity, they have dignity as well. And I hope that you guys have gotten some answers to questions that you may have. This is really important, y'all. And, you know, even this term policy right here with the company that I just talked to, where's the rate? I mean, a $300,000 policy, which would cover mortgage and education expenses at the least, it's $22 a month to age 80. Now, that price will increase, so you want to make sure that you have a good policy. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can't afford not to. If you're young, you know, even if your family can afford to bury you, thinking about finances is not something that they should have to think about whenever they're burying their child. You know, they should be grieving over the loss of their child instead of having to worry about money. It's important. So, you know, think of it like 2 mixed drinks and a tip whenever you go out. I know you guys spend more than that whenever you go out, but it's really important. So, just think about it. Anyways, dogs are barking, people are getting home. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a great week, and happy Life Insurance Awareness Month. I'll talk to you later. God bless.